Hello viewers, welcome to the Top Gear test track where driving standards and track limits go out of the window. So off the line in this week's Super Trofeo League. So everyone's using the Lamborghini Super Trofeo stock tune, so same car for everyone. As we head into turn 1, there's a guy wide on the right hand side. I've been tapped slightly by this guy and he's tapped another guy. He's obviously got something against the Norton antivirus team there, tapping both of us through turn 1. Now, through Chicago, it looks like we've got about 3 or 4 cars side by side, and those two on the right hand side have smashed each other off. So I'm going to go up his inside as we head into Hammerhead, and I've gone a little bit deep, actually just tapping the back of the French guy there. Fortunately, he was able to carry on without being spun out, just about keeping that one under control. Going into the follow through, getting in quite nice and early for that one. It looks like it's bubbling up quite nicely ahead. These three up ahead are within about 50 feet of each other. 3 guys going into the second to last corner, now into the final turn. Gambon. And over the curb on the exit. We're doing 5 laps around here. Now Top Gear is a very interesting circuit. Doesn't actually come up that often, although it is in the roster for this league. The main thing you'll notice about it is that it's a figure of 8, so towards the end of the race you can start making contact with people on the other half of the lap if you do manage to catch up with them. So through Chicago, it's getting very close up the front here. And it normally does in this league. As I say, everyone is using the same car. And I was going to go into the back of him there, so I thought I might as well just go across, cut that corner, just give him back the position rather than going to the back of him. I might as well just do that. I didn't really gain out of that, just let him go. And actually I've lost out if anything, because you can see the gap has got a little bit bigger and the guy behind me has caught up. I've gone a little bit too wide and I've just about kept it on the track. And I've been tapped from behind. You could say that was a bit of a dodgy rejoin, although I was still kind of on the track. He's gone up my inside there and gone a little bit too deep on the exit, so I've done a very easy cutback on him there. That really is one of the advantages of the chase cam, because you can just see that coming so much easier. If I was in cockpit view there, I would not have seen that. I wouldn't have been able to get that move done. So the top 3 guys there taking the normal racing line, but this guy just comes up my inside and just barges me out of the way completely. Goes a little bit too deep there, so I'm going to cut back and reclaim 4th position, but go a little bit too wide on the exit. And you can see there's a bit of a queue forming up behind me now, as the top 3 have developed a bit of a gap to me. So coming into Hammerhead, he's just going to cut across and gain a position out of that. So this guy obviously doesn't give a shit about the track limits. So this is the very annoying thing about this game, when some people just... You've got like 2 races going on in one race. You've got all the clean people take the normal racing line, as you should, and then you've got half the people just cutting all the corners. So it just creates a very disjointed race, where you've got half the people cheating and half the people taking the proper racing line. It makes for very weird racing sometimes. So coming into the final turn, I've got the job done on him. He was trying to go around my outside there for a couple of corners, didn't quite make it, so I'm still in 5th position. It looked like a guy ahead went a little bit too wide on the final turn, so they're actually taking the proper racing line this time, which is just around that red and white rumble strip. There, cut the corner ever so slightly, but here again, look, he's going about 2 car whips over the line, which is a little bit too much if you ask me. So I'm in a French and German sandwich here as we go up into the Hammerhead for the 4th time. Get on the brakes nice and early, anticipating that there might be an accident. That guy is just going to cut across the entry to the Hammerhead. Once again, hit me a little bit on the exit, and he's going to be up my inside now for the follow through part 1. And he's actually going to back out quite sensibly as we head through into the left-hand part now. The French guy's going to come back on the track and just about be avoided by the German guy here. And I'm going to go up his inside into the 2nd to last corner, and I'm going to get passed up the inside there by the Slovakian guy, I believe that flag is. So I thought I was going to go into 3rd position there, but it actually turns out I'd go down into 5th. That was actually a fair move though from that guy, so fair play to him for getting my position. He brakes very early there. I didn't quite anticipate that. That was a very, I know it's up to the guy behind to make the correct manoeuvres there, but that was a very weird early braking point from him, so I wasn't really expecting that at all. And look at this guy on my right hand side, completely cutting out Chicago. And this is what I mean, it just creates a weird race now where we've got a couple of guys just totally cutting all of the corners. So in order to keep up, you just have to cut the corners. It's just stupid. It creates a creep where all the corner cutters cheat, then everyone else, if you want to even stand a chance of doing well at all, you have to cut the corners. It really is annoying. But it looks like I'm going to gain 1 position there. I'm not going to gain any more. I did cut the hammerhead on that last corner, on this last lap, but I'm not going to gain now out of it because we're going into the final turn. And actually, it's going to get very close to the end, but I didn't quite get that position at the end there. So it's quite a weird race, that one. A lot of track limits being abused. I know I did a little bit at the end there, but for 5 laps there, or 4.5 laps, I was just trying to be as genuine as possible. But this league, I actually really do enjoy it. So we are going to go to a couple of clips in a moment, and I will bring out a few more of these videos of this league because I am playing it quite a lot. I do enjoy it. So the first one here is at Monza, going into the 2nd chicane on lap 1, so quite a small amount of field spread. That Slovakian guy who we saw in the previous video has gone into the back of that guy and smashed him off. Now coming into the Ascari chicane later on the first lap, I'm in 10th. I gained 1 position on that blue card guy, go around another guy, and going into the final part, all those 3 go wide, and I go up from 10th to 5th in about, well, what was that, about 5 to 10 seconds. Very easy overtakes. Now coming into the 2nd chicane once again on the 3rd lap, it's the Slovakian guy again. He's going to go up for a very audacious overtake, and I'm going to be the victim of it. I'll get damage, and then I just can't be bothered to drive around with that damage, so that ended in a rage quit. I will admit that. But we're going to move on to Yas Marina, corner cutting heaven, number 2, if Monza is number 1. Now going into turn 1, watch the guy on the right hand side. He is going to brake very late and smash the guy off. The innocent guy is just going to get smashed off. And coming into turn number 2, I'm going to tap this guy in the back ever so slightly, which doesn't really affect him too much. But then I'm going to get rammed round by that guy who just smashed the other guy at turn 1. And again, I've got terminal damage. So that, yes, resulted in another rage quit. Now moving on to Long Beach, we had quite an annoying incident. I do hate it when this happens. It's quite an annoying little thing that happens in Forza. So going into turn number 1, if I get the move done on this guy, and as I'm turning left, he just tags my rear quarter panel, and I can't turn. So I'm trying to turn full lock to the left, but because he's in contact with me, I can't. Very annoying when that happens. I wish he would be a bit more aware and give me the space, because I was up the inside. But anyway, moving on to a Bernese Alps race. I did have some luck in this lobby, believe it or not. So coming up into turn 1, I'm in 5th position, and all of these guys are going to collect each other. Way off you go, and that's going to give me 1st position. Well, hey, thank you very much. It was actually a very easy race from there on in. So here's the end of it, where I won by, I don't know, about 1,000 feet or so. So that was quite an easy race in the end. But I hope you have enjoyed this video, guys. I will be bringing out a few more, I think, of this lobby, or of this league, should I say. It's actually quite a good league. The racing is very close and quite entertaining at times, despite what you just saw. So that is it from me. Thank you very much for watching. Subscribe if you want to see more of the same. Hit the like button if you did like this video, and I hope to see you next time. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.